And we got bananas in chat from Shizuku3158, Billman 68, Stomp Double P. Thank you for the bananas in chat, peeps. It means that we're live here on the twitch.tv/Asuma, where we are playing City Skylines. And my friends, we have some issues with importing goods into our city, and we're going to solve that today by continuing this project over here. If you caught the last live stream, you'll remember that we were working on this. How do I connect to you? Do you have a connect point? It looks like it has a connect point as opposed to just being in the area. Let's do that. And then it wants power. Oh, demands! So many of them. There's also going to be a road right outside the front of here, and I don't know how things are going to connect to it. Orflin is here, resubscribed for 5 months. Orflin, thank you ever so much for 5 months of support. I appreciate it. Hope you enjoy the stream today. LGS says, how do you do all this? I can never get money in this game. Everything goes well, and then boom, no more money. I think there are some principles I picked up on, because I'm not going to pretend like I'm an expert, but I think I've got the knack for laying out roads as to not create too much traffic. I mean, to an extent. If you look at the layouts of the city here, we kind of spread. I think the big thing to take in, right, is to create interchanges frequently that connect into your city, because otherwise, you know, all the traffic wants to run through the same roads. You see, if you want to get over here, you're going to take this interchange or this one. So lots of frequent interchanges are important, which is why we built this interchange here in the last stream, and we'll probably upgrade this one at some point. But what we want to do is import goods to this thing right here so that we don't have to create them in the city, and that should solve the problem. By the way, pre-stream music today was Periphery with Priestess. Just before the stream I was rocking out on my treadmill to some Periphery and really enjoying it, which is cool. Lasman in chat, or sorry, Lammaz, just reassembled your name there, says, hi Asuma, have you seen the thing on Minecraft where it says they'll be revealing something big on May 17th? I have, and I'm sort of not that looking forward to it because it's an AR thing, so it's basically they're doing a Pokemon Go for Minecraft, and I'm not terribly interested in it. So I think what we should do is create like a one-way in, one-way out system, and then align it so it works well with the flow of traffic over here. So if you want to go back into the city, you need to go that way. So I think it makes sense to have the one-way road go in this direction. Now, we don't need a huge capacity here, but I don't want to use that super big road. Can I upgrade to a highway? Doesn't look like I can select it. Actually, it might not let me upgrade this at all. I would have thought we'd have been able to change that, because I want to make it one way. So that's kind of concerning, because then it's a two-way road right there in the middle. Is that correct, peeps? What if I enable the old anarchy? Still no control over it. Well, I need an expert in chat to let me know if I should be concerned, because that's going to make it difficult to have a one-way system. Unless we think about it like what way you're going to enter and exit. Would it still work the same way? You come in here, there's no way you're going to turn around. Maybe that works just like that. Hi, Asuma, if you're a creator, how do you get on Hermitcraft, says Obros. Geez, I don't know what to say. Don't set your hopes on getting on there. I always say create your own. Create your own experience. Make your own Hermitcraft. X, you should always be concerned when I'm here. Why is that, cats? Jeez, why is that? Okay, Mosset Man seems to believe that what I just demonstrated would be okay. So let's start this off like so. Let's create a... we got a height thing going on here, which we don't want. Let's do that. Then a little bit of this. You know, I wanted a nice proper curve there, but I think it's, in all fairness, a little bit too close, isn't it? Let's start again. Actually, this might be really helpful, because now I can sort of go to that line, and then over there. Now that last bit needs upgrading, or that type. There it is, sweet. Okay, so they come in from one side, they go out the other. pretty simple, right? Now, how do we make this work in our favour? So we're going to have a lot of traffic coming in, taking the first right hand, and then wanting to cut off here. So we actually need an underground road for a smoother connection. Later on, we might even add a divert road over here. Then the exit road, for now, could connect with that in theory, but it's more likely that the traffic is going to head into the city, so we want to connect it over here. Okay, so let's draw this road in a straight line. Humbly Bee, welcome to the stream. What are we going to do? Just a straight road for a certain amount of time? See, I want to go straight, but it'll end up making everything look a bit dodgy. We'll go with the dodgy look and mess around with it later if we want to make it look more interesting. Okay, so then we go undergrounds. Continue going straight to about there. Give it this curve around, and then turn it into a two-way one lane, I think. And there it is. So now we just need that incoming road. So I think what we should do is build it somewhere around here. So once again, we'll start off with it like so. And then underground, it can simply turn into that type of road. Maybe if we just made the influence there a little bit shorter. Okay. That looks pretty good, I think. Right, now, why isn't this working? Because you can't get trash to it. And it doesn't... I thought I gave you power. I gave you power, I did. Okay, it's got power again. So now, it'll be able to accept cargo coming in, but it does have multiple problems. So the trash is piled up, and the trash cans will be here soon, I hope. Our one-way connection system is hooked up. Marmus Sottom says this might cause traffic problems, X, because there will be trucks trying to go in all sorts of directions but be forced onto the highway. Yeah, you're right. So we should look at it like that's the shortcut if you want to go up and we don't want them to go through the roundabout. So then what we'll add is maybe a... How do I want to connect this? Maybe just a straight diagonal kind of road. Or just something like that for now. I don't know what the fate of this road here will be, but we'll add that. And in terms of coming in, we actually kind of want something similar, right? Like traffic coming from elsewhere to be able to slip in there. So I think it makes sense to have some sort of junction coming in here. This one I think should be a curvy road. Let's put our connection parallel and then try and pick a between the 2 points like that. See, that looks kind of well built up, or laid out even. And are trucks actually using it yet? Like, cars seem to be driving through here like they want to go somewhere. Maybe we should put like a garbage facility somewhere in this area. Could be a good idea. Also, we got a raid from Digger79. Digger79, thank you ever so much for the raid. I appreciate that. Lama says, oh no, the raid is coming. The raid is here. Do you plan on playing Hightail, says Obros. Of course we're going to play Hightail. LSD the Star says, I barely know what a raid is. A raid is when viewers from another channel come over and like come to your channel. It's like a raid at the end of the stream. We do them every single time. Okay, the trash cans have been here. Now, I can't help but feel there's some sort of cargo route thing that you're able to do here. So cargo... Okay, actually here comes our first ship now that we've cleared that problem. Let's change the time of day. Let's speed up the game a little bit and let's get rid of this view. I would like to go back to a normal view, please. Whoa! Oh, we're going to have super duper funkiness in this area, that's for sure. Oh, the boats are going to pile up, aren't they? Right, so it takes out the containers and we generate traffic here. Just loads of trucks coming out and going straight off in this direction. We are generating traffic. We've just generated a traffic bomb. Kind of looks like, to me, like this should get sped up. That's kind of a slow road, right? So if I go with the upgrade tool here, and then we go undergrounds, it's now a highway after that junction. Except they want to go this way. This might as well be a... if that's all of it, then might as well be. Get them moving faster, that's the way. Now look at that. Some of them want to go this way, even though we made a shortcut for them. They might have done that actually because of the speed of the road a moment ago. They went, yeah, actually that makes total sense. They went to the highway before we upgraded it. Now we have created a monolith of traffic heading into our city. Oh, this is amazing. Let's see where they go, peeps. We've got a noise in here from Target Zero for 24 months. That's a diamond face in chat saying 2 years. It has been much longer than that, but Twitch was twitchy during my first year. I just wanted to say, here's to another year. When is Season 7 at HC? Of course I want 6 to continue to ever, so mentioning it now. Have a wonderful stream. Congratulations on delaying Season 7. Now that you asked about it, we have to delay it another week. Jeez, what have you done? What have you done? Appreciate it, Target Zero. Thank you ever so much for the continued support. Hope you enjoyed today's stream. So, some of the traffic goes in this way, and is probably going to go to these areas over here, and the other stem of traffic is going to head right in through this part over here. And that is just a constant flow of traffic and a constant flow of cargo ships. Let's see what this does for our economy and the traffic in the city. So straight away we've spotted a place where we need to address something, and that is the junction right there. So one thing I will say is we kind of don't actually want them to come in this way, but if you think about the connections they have off of this big road here, we really need another ramp somewhere. And the best place for a ramp would actually probably be there. Like we could kick these people out and build a ramp down there. Okay, I think we need to take that rather seriously. So, for example, one of these types of roads over here should go like a so. Now we want a straight slope from there to there, and that looks so ugly. It looks so ugly. Ugly. That's what it looks. It looks ugly. Okay, so that's a nice little connection, but yeah, definitely in need of something around this area, and it really feels like it's that space. Now these roads are a little too close together to make that the final junction, so I'm not sure what to do here. While Max Play says, hey X, what's your opinion on Draw My Life? I haven't watched a lot of those videos, but I know what they are. I don't really have an opinion on them. I mean, it's not something I would choose to do, but it's what some people want to do. See, I'm kind of tempted to do it from like right next to that junction to here, but it'll look super awkward. I think what we basically have to do... Oh, let's just put it like that. Okay, and see what happens. And that did not do the full slope, even though straight slope was selected. Okay, that's better. See, it's just too many junctions close together for my liking. I think we're going to have to remove some traffic lights here, otherwise it'll be super quirky. Ah. Okay, there we go. Oh, and that. Aha, look, we've got loads of them in this area. And I'm not sure that I want them. Oh, you've got traffic. Wait, whoa, we've got power issues everywhere. Hang on, what happened there? I probably disconnected this part of the city by doing that, right? So let's quickly put a park opposite. Like that. Like that. Okay, and I think what we're going to do is basically make all of that high residential in that space. And that should solve the problem. Yeah, problem's been solved. Okay, so additional ramps. And now the traffic's coming in. Let's check out our traffic flow. X is so much better than me at this game, says Would Not Angel. Well, I would say learn from me, but I don't consider myself that good at this game. Let's turn off that. So we've got a stream of traffic there piling up, which we don't want. Back to the traffic. 83, we haven't lost any traffic flow. Now I'm not surprised to see a fair bit more over here because we've got the new traffic importing happening, and then we've got some big build-ups here, which is fine, that's how that works. That's all good. This road's getting used a little bit more. That's that incoming traffic heading in this way. So then they would, yeah, come into that part of the city. So one of the ways you could alleviate traffic here is by adding an additional way in to the city. Now we've set up the outside here really tidily, but one thing we could possibly do is create an underground road that connects over here. So rather than go straight down there, you go through the highway. Let's see if that's possible. There is very little space in which to do this. And also because we have two roads converging, it would... If we were to have it branch off of either side, we would create traffic that crosses over the lane. So maybe it's not the best of ideas. If anything, you kind of want a different flow of traffic here. Like, this might be better as a one-way road, but I think we can leave it like that. I'm not an expert. I can kind of see what the problem is, but I don't think we need to worry about it too much. So, heading back over here, big flow of traffic going that way. It also includes a flow of traffic coming back now, and if we just pay attention to where it's going this way. Now, it's not using our shortcut because we never upgraded it, did we? We never upgraded it. Okay, so we need to go underground. That should be all we need to do. 2-lane highway. Is that an anarchy thing? It's an anarchy thing. Okay, so that is now the quick way in here. Let's get the above ground view. I think we should, yeah, we should leave it like that. That works for me. Sophie says, I just came to say hi before I revise for my exams in a few days. Awesome. Well, good for revising and not watching at the same time. People usually say you're my background for revising, and I'm like, that's bad news. Okay, I'm going to distract you and put the derps in your brain. Are you building a city, says Koki. Yeah, I'm building a city. Can you believe it? Tristet says, I suck at this game so much, but I love it and brought it the days before yesterday, and I've played it over 15 hours. Yeah, it's so much fun, isn't it? Even if you're not good, it can be a pretty game to play as well. So, Herminator is here subscribing for 3 months in a row. Herminator, thank you so much for 3 months of support. I appreciate it. Hope you enjoy the stream and have a good time hanging out with us. LSD the Star says, dang it, I'm going to need to head to bed soon. Well, it'll be uploaded to X2 if you want to catch the rest of it. By goodness me, peeps! Where are those T emotes in chat? If I don't see crazy amounts of T emotes in chat right now, I'm going to be upset. Okay? I'm semi-serious. Another tea almost became a casualty. It's been 18 minutes, so it's probably perfect time for a little bit of tea. Oh, that's good tea. Oh, it's warming up my belly. Oh, would you like to know about my day? My day today? Thank you for the emotes in chat. Hamstab, Taribo, HStickyF, Jess, Billman, Stomp, Herminator, Sweeney Unston, T from Obros there. I did some shopping today. I got on the treadmill and burned off 500 calories on a long run. I went shopping, got some things I really needed. Had a wonderful time and went to a Chinese buffet as well and ate about 5 plates of food and pretty much probably ate close to 2,000 calories in one sitting. It was crazy. But I had a good time and that's what counts. Right? I think that's what counts. Okay, so, what do I feel like doing? I really feel like finishing this off. Like, we started this, but we never really finished it. We need to build things around these roads to make them feel built up. This area here, I'll probably put down some trees of my own. We need to build up this, and then we need to design a road layout over there. So let's just try with the filling in of the spaces. We're definitely going to put some like wooded areas in there. We've got a lot of demand for the commercial, so like we've done before, we're going to have a big strip of commercial all the way down this space, and then here we're not going to fill in all of it. We're only going to go as far as that because we have this connection. I kind of feel like we should just leave that alone, although there is a park that might squeeze in here. We got a noise in the ear from Kilgore1311 saying another month and another tea. Thank you ever so much for 18 months of support. That's 2 Twitch babies right there, goodness me. It's a little bit too big. That's fine. There might be other spaces we want to use this though. I don't think we want to do it in those areas. Now what I think's weird is that we go from like high density to low density. Low density feels so more suburban, and I'm not so sure. I think we'll just give it a try. Let's put high density on both sides of the road here. Yeah, let's just go for it like that. Yeah, all the way across there is a park. And I feel like putting something big in that space. Maybe there's like a park monument we can build in this area. Traffic park. It is a tourist thing that we'd be putting in the middle of this area. Not so sure now. Cruel Christ Gaming is here, subscribing with Amazon Prime. Thank you so much, Cruel Christ, I appreciate it. Thank you for the Prime subscription. I Love Cat says, since when did X start counting calories? Jeez, Cats, man, you've been out of it for some time. I've been counting calories for a couple of months now, and it's done wonders. Like, since I started counting calories, it was like, I could just look at the meals that I used to make, and I'm like, oh my goodness me, that's like twice as much as I thought it was. And I found things that I'm like, oh my goodness me, this is nowhere near as many calories as I thought. Like watermelon, for example. Watermelon is absolutely delicious. I'm thinking, this has got to be like full of calories or something, but it's not. It's really light. But just by jumping from, you know, eating and exercising lots to, you know, I was already mindful of what I was eating. I wasn't, you know, eating a lot of junk food or anything. In fact, I never used to eat junk food pretty much. And now that I've switched to calorie counting, I've watched my body slim down a lot. And then I've been able to actually incorporate some junk food, because now I'm like, I can kind of know what I can measure and get away with now. And so once a week I have a pizza or a curry. Like I have like one, they call it a cheat day. It's not really, because I keep the calories under control. But I have a day where I don't eat too much. You know, I might have some fruit and veg in the day, and then I'll have, you know, some junk. Whatever, you know, pizza, curry, big meal in the evening. I Love Cat says, watermelon, in capital letters, is mostly made of water, it has very little calories. Yeah, alright, yeah, smarty pants. Yeah, obviously, duh. But what the point I was trying to make is that I was just completely ignorant to it. Let's actually make like a massive park strip here. Can we get like a third one? I think that looks awesome. Yeah, that looks really cool. Okay, and then we're going to continue with the whole built-up area, although I feel like we should have just maybe a mini shopping zone here. Now, what we're going to need soon is offices. So with all of this being like a big residential block, as we built it so far, I kind of feel like this would be the office area, right? The continuation of what has happened over there will happen over here. So we can go our big offices. And we're not trying to take up too much land here. And then we're going to forest them in. Now, I feel like we might need some services or something in this area as well, but I'm not sure exactly what. Crazy Dad Damo says, So X, as you may recall in your last stream, I was proud of going for a small jog as soon as I woke up, regardless of the distance and time. I'm happy to say, 4 days on, and it has been kept up. Excellent. Not getting any better, but feeling better about... feeling better in myself about it. Well, that is a good feeling, and you should definitely continue building on that. Well done. That's really good. As for running and it not feeling great when you start, it'll be like that. It'll take a while, but there'll be a point where you'll start to feel it getting a little easier or getting a little bit more beneficial. You can go a little bit further. Just latch onto that feeling, because fitness and health is like... It's amazing. I was thinking of like an analogy for it the other day. I came up with a really strange one. But my experience of it has been like... It's like a glass door, and you can see another door beyond it. But when you open the glass door, you realise the next one's a glass door as well. and you keep opening them, and the span of fitness is like really quite far, how fit you can get and how good at stuff you can do with your body. And so it's kind of like a journey, and the more you get into it, the more you see how much more fitter you could be, right? Obviously there's going to be a ceiling at some point, but we're talking about like extreme athletes are the people that see the ceiling of fitness. And just for the average person, you'd be amazed. Like, you got to think, these bodies that we have in terms of evolution or creation, however you look at it, were made or evolved for a different environment where we weren't sitting around a lot, where we didn't have food on demand. We were made for running a lot. We were, you know, running down prey until they were exhausted and then taking the food or whatever. Like, we can do a lot with our bodies, and if you just start, it'll bit by bit you'll start to see it. You know, you'll start to see the possibility of where it can go. Well, Max says, hey X, do you think Hytale will defeat all FPS games like Fortnite? I don't think of games and stuff in terms of like defeat, victory, win. Like, I have no investment in a game succeeding or not. I have an investment in my own enjoyment of it, and I don't have an investment in the other perceived games being beaten or ruined or whatever. Like, I don't look at it like that. It's like a combative way to engage with things happening in the world. I want to enjoy Hytale, and I'm pretty sure a game like that can't come along and then just eliminate other genres, right? Like, it'd be very strange for a game based on a genre that already exists to then somehow stop people from playing other games. Like, it'd be pretty crazy if you ask me. I think I want to build a road here. I'm just sort of looking and taking in the area and thinking that we need a road to, yeah, cut through there to about that spot, and then come around like this. Now that adds 2 junctions a little bit close to each other for my liking. Also, I think, yeah, unfortunately I've got anarchy tools on here that are not good for us. We want that, and we probably want to turn that off for now. So let's try that again. We're going to build a straight road out to about here. Possibly we could have a link through to that spot. I could anarchy that one. I'm going to anarchy it. See what it looks like from underneath. That's kind of okay there. I actually think we should take a different approach here. Let's have like a parallel plot here. Just add in a bit of chaos over the end here, and then what we'll do is we'll build it up on one side. So I think we're going to go for, well, we need some more commercial again. By the way, did we solve, I think we solved our commercial problem. Look. And the amount of money we making is shot up as well, so that's really cool. Asumi, you should be a body coach, says Dragon Plays. I don't think I should, because I haven't gone for any official courses or learned anything officially. I'm just learning myself through material that's available online. But, you know, if I can help in terms of motivation to get people to go out there and do stuff, I think that's a good thing. Koki says, hey X, I eat a lot and I don't get fat. Is that good or bad? Because I don't know if it is or it isn't. Probably means you have a high metabolism, but then I would say what's important is the quality of the food that you're eating. If you eat a lot of junk food and you don't put on weight, that's probably a sign of bad health, but like a strong metabolism. I would really recommend eating healthy, you know, regardless of weight or if you think you can get away with it or not. Make sure that like every day you have a good healthy meal. That means like a salad, some fruit, vegetables, you know, at least that one meal a day, you know, needs to be like that. For me, it's most of the time it's both meals a day are like that. Right, I gotta say, I feel like it's kind of a bit boring continuously zoning. Like high residential and just the same 3 things over and over again. I feel like we need to put something else in this area. I don't know what that would be. But anyway, we're going to fill up this forest a little bit more soon. I like the way this is developed over here. Oh yeah, they're going to need new things. Okay, most of this area is kind of already covered. Right, there's my horrible pipes. No Corrales pipe job going on here. We've got a noise in the ear from Nina Fina, 97. Resubscribed for 4 months. Nina Fina, thank you ever so much for 4 months of support. I appreciate it. Hope you're enjoying the stream. LGS says, I was fat, then I starved myself. I kind of got okay, but then I stopped, and now I'm worse than I was before. Everything good other than that. Well, starving yourself is not a healthy approach to losing weight. And the more you fluctuate your weight back and forth, your body will get more and more stubborn at keeping weight over time, is a supposed thing. Right, I'm just going to go ahead and start getting the offices to come in here. We need so much commercial, it's kind of crazy. I think I'm going to zone out the entirety of that, and then probably leave that corner there exposed. So that to me looks kind of good. Last bit that we want to fill in is around here. Oh, what a tune. What an absolute tune. This is the first mission song right here. Dum, dum, dum. Okay, I'm not going to hum it on the stream. But that is a rocking bass line. Yeah, we'll have one more there. Okay, and see here it looks just kind of a bit dull and so very, very plain. So I think it would be fun to fill in this plainness with an absolute like jam-packed city grid at some point in the future. But for right now, we need trees in these areas. Trees, trees, trees. And before we start planting them down, I think I want to leave this road like it is. Maybe we need a couple of small things like corner shops here and there. Just a couple. Oh, that's going to be bad. That. Just a couple of small buildings every so often. On the outside anyway. Okay, then we need to fill in this space, and we did that there. And I think what we'll do is we'll actually just put in some low density, so the variety of building kind of changes a little bit. High density, all the way around there. Cool, so when we bring in the trees, that should really start to tighten that up, I think. Let's go to the tab where the trees can be placed. Do you need a good PC to play this game, says JFK. Relatively good, and I wouldn't know. I mean, if you check their website, it'll probably give you a thing, right? Like specifications. Like you can probably get away with playing it on some not so great machines, but it's good to have a good machine for this game because you can turn the settings way up. Okay, just gonna keep doing this. Bring those trees out nice and close to everything behind it. See, we haven't got those offices coming in yet, which we really need. So already looking a teeny tiny bit better, but we need more trees. Got to be careful with the placement of these ones. Just little patches of them here and there. Hey X, which mods are we using today? And what do you think about the trailer that Paradox has just released? Luca, what is the trailer? I don't know. It was funny because when I was loading up this game today, I thought I should find out when the next release of an expansion pack. It sounds like they may have released something to tease that, possibly. Let's try and get a darker tree in here. Maybe one on its own, a bit taller, is alright. I kind of want a bit more compact trees around the edges. It's actually kind of looking alright now. Quite the variety. Forest patch, what's that look like? Ah yeah, they're always good. Let's put quite a few of them in that area, and then along here. And there'll eventually be another road there. Wow, look at the streams of traffic we've got going in and out of our city now. Any traffic build-ups in this area? Surprisingly, no. I think we alleviated a lot of traffic when we created this over here. Oh, goodness me. Yeah, that kind of makes sense that would happen, right? They can only go in there at a certain speed. It might be a good idea to make like a big buffer zone here. Oh god, that looks awful, doesn't it? So they can all just squeeze it. Oh, this is going to be chaos. They're all just going to be competing all the time. Why is that one car just sat all the way back there? Maybe it's parked. That is kind of crazy though to have such a big buffer. Right, I'm going to drink some more tea. Saheen says everything in healthy amounts. Fats and sugars aren't bad. It's when you get too much and don't exercise enough. You go into extremes and generally cause another extreme. I would say sugars are bad more in the sense of how they can be addictive and how they can be, well, yeah, just addictive and cause and create bad eating habits. Like, yes, if you eat sugar and you burn off the energy, it's not going to turn into fat, but sugar is not nutritious as well. So you could have a high sugar diet and it wouldn't be particularly healthy because of that. This little like extra bandwidth we added here didn't actually do a lot. The dance is still rather similar in this area. I think this though might mean that we need a second one of these somewhere in order to avoid this big backwards build up. But we'll let it do its thing. This over here is looking really good now. We've really kind of extended that and given it a good feel. And it's all about getting more commercial in. So we basically need to create a commercial hub somewhere. Now, I like the idea of really kind of planning an idea, right? And we have a blank canvas in which to do that at the moment. Because this is going to be our mega city area. And I think what we should do is make a massive commercial zone here and create a public transport network to take in the trains to here and go across there. That being said, we could just have the commercial hub in the middle of this, but I like the idea of adding the challenge of creating it over here. Once I recorded my calories for one day was about 3,000. I don't know if that's okay or not. I'm only 15, says LGS. Look up some stuff online, like calorie calculator. They're not scientifically accurate, but they should give you a good idea. I mean, I can't advise you because I don't know how tall you are. I don't know what your body weight is. I don't know how active you are each day. If you're 15, tall, lean, very active, 3,000 might be, you know, sound like a bit much, but it might be alright-ish. It's hard to, I don't know, you know. But you can use an online calculator as a bit of a guideline, I guess. Spacey is here gifting a sub to Surefire Tannis. Spacey, thank you ever so much for, or is it Squacey? It's Squacey. Thank you ever so much for gifting the sub to Surefire Tannis. Appreciate you doing that. Stream frozen. Thanks, that worked. Yeah, I think I just stared at the same bit for a while, right? Entity Cramming is here, resubscribed for 5 months in a row, saying, hi, Asuma. I just remembered the first eye break was during one of these cities' Skyline streams. Was it really? I can't even remember what the first one is myself. But there you go. You should make a road that has blocked 2 separated one-line way roads to split the cargo traffic. You should make roads of blocked 2 separate one-line from the bypass traffic. I think I know what you mean. You're saying that some... Well, there shouldn't really be a need for a bypass road, right? But what you're saying is I should make a split here and do that, yeah? So now we have a bypass road, and it looks ugly, but we're doing experiments, peeps. And we also need to absolutely turn that off. Nope. Oh, every time. Oh, that mic. Aha! No, you're going down the wrong lane. Cheeky devils. What about this one? I don't think anyone's ever going to use this bypass road, but we'll leave it there for a moment. Yeah, it doesn't make sense to have that. Do you have a diverging diamond somewhere in your city, says Action Brother. That's what I should have downloaded. I might do that now, actually. I might go to the workshop quickly. How do I get to Steam? There we go. And download some intersections. Uh-oh, I just tried to launch City Skylines again. That's not what I'm trying to do. Open up Steam! There we go. Goodness me. Goodness me. Yeah, X, you have the right idea with the bypass, but the bypass road has to be shorter or people will use the original. What if I made it faster rather than shorter? Like, what if I took a different type of road and did that? Or I could have it come from here and just go whoop. So they might use the right-hand lane and then change their mind to go there because it's... who knows? I'm yet to see anything use it. They're just parking up in this lane now. Hey! Look, one vehicle used the bypass. Anyway. Fight, win, prevail! That's what we need to do, peeps. So I'm going to go to the City Skylines workshop and get a diverging diamond intersection. I might have to restart the game from this. Animated container port. That sounds fantastic. Oh my god, I think I want that. Ooh. What is this? There's a video. Oh jeez, there's music. Oh, I see what it is. I think it's a prop as well. I don't think it generates traffic. I'm going to add that. Okay, I'm adding that. Oh, it needs something else. Never mind. Anyway, intersections. There are 35,000 of them. What one am I looking for? Oh my goodness me, that's bonkers. There are some bonkers intersections here. Let's have a look at the top ones. I know you can't see this, peeps, but we'll be back to it in a second. Oh my god, that looks cool. I'm going to add that one. There are so many. I want to find the thing that allows you to tell it how good it is. Most popular over 3 months. How about that? Yellow Harrod says, yes, you need to restart the game. Paradox engine doesn't allow for hot loading. Okay, cool. Oh my goodness me, that looks like... There are some cool... Look. Oh my goodness me. There are some very cool looking junctions here that we have to exploit. Whoa. That's cool. That's very cool. Oh man! Oh, we are putting in some. What is that? Oh my god! Someone made 128-way stack interchange. Oh my goodness me! There's a dumbbell interchange that looks beautiful. What was the one that we needed, peeps? Oh my goodness me! These look so cool. These look so cool. Diverging diamond. Thank you, chat. Diverge. Diverge. Those diamonds. No, it's not plural. Diverging diamonds is what I searched for. There's a mod for hot loading assets, says Jeff. That sounds like a dodgy mod. It's probably not, but... Right, I see, yeah. There's a few I'm looking at, and that one looks beautiful. So I will add several of these. There's one with, like, walking. Yeah, these look cool. I'm going to take that one, this one. So many intersections. They've all got to be added. And there was one back up the top. Right, I'm almost done, peeps, but we will, I guess, have to restart the game. Okay, I've just added a whole bunch of stuff. That'll do. I've gone overboard there. I've gone ham. Ham diggity damn is what I've gone. Why ain't you got power? Why ain't you got power? There we go. Right, let's save the game, yeah? And what will we do in this time where the game is reloading? How can I make it interesting for you? Adamation is here resubscribing for 6 months in a row. Adamation, thank you ever so much for your 6 months of support. I appreciate it. Hope you are enjoying the stream. Hope you're enjoying it, buddy. Come on, right, let's wait for this thing to close and then I'll open it up again. Sing a song, says Jess PK. I'm singing a song about singing a song just because someone in stream master it. Adamation says, thanks X for all the great streams and videos. Keep up the good work, appreciate it. Thanks so much for your support, buddy. Here's the mother freaking tea, says Vino. I've got a little bit left. Yellow Harold wisely says, let us take an eye break while it loads. Okay, right, I'm loading it back up. Peep says, nothing to look at. We're watching a black screen. That's right, it's the thrilling part, the most entertaining. Can we get some eye break hype in chat? Just for the peeps that don't understand the power of the eye break. Okay? They don't understand the power. It's the most exciting part of the stream. It's the part where I tell you to look away. So why is anyone looking at their screen and typing in their chat right now, putting in hype? I don't know. It's like you don't understand how this works. We're not supposed to look at the stream right now. We're supposed to give our eyes a break from looking at the screen. That doesn't mean pull out your phone and, oh, check social media and look at my emails. No. It's time to look into the real world and get your eyes away from those bright lights. Because those doctors, they say, oh, those doctors, they like to say it. They like to say it. They're looking out for your health. And they say, don't stare at that screen for hours on end without blinking. At least look away for 5 minutes every hour. Give your eyes a rest. That's what they say. And here am I. Just trying to look out for your health whilst providing you with thrilling entertainment. Okay? Oh, excuse me. Whew, that was 7/8 of a bottle in one go. Goodness me, I'm thirsty. Replenish your fluid, peeps. Drink lots of water. Maybe not that much water. Maybe not that much. That was a bit too much, actually. That's going to make me feel bloated. Right. Back to our beautiful, wonderful city. And we have interchanges. And that, is that new? Oh, it's road tolls. What is this? Road connection. Is there like a whole tab that I was unaware of? Road maintenance depot. Oh, cool. Allows to travel at higher than normal speeds. I feel like we should put that thing over here somewhere. Ah, but it has like a boost area, right? We totally need that somewhere in this area. Yeah, we totally need that right near this highway. Now, what is suspension one way? What is the? How have I not? What is that? This is another type of road that I'm. How am I so unaware that there is all this other type of road available to me? What is wrong with me? What is this? Is this a derp? Bridge one. What is that? Draggable network-based large suspension bridge. Speed 100. Speed 60. So we can make like a super speed. What is this? How have I not known about this? This looks absolutely amazing. We got to take advantage of this in the new area, right? Oh my goodness me. What if we go even higher? Oh, now it looks kind of Okay, I'm making really strange noises now. Right, there's a lower deck thing here. Wait, what on earth is this? It's like a floaty. I think this is a. I don't know what this is. Crazy. Apparently the full game costs over £100 with all the DLCs. Yeah, that kind of makes sense. But I think they put it on sale every now and then. You get it kind of cheaper. I think we've got to put those in the new area for sure. There's an upper and lower deck, says Trebo. Well, let's see what we can do with them, because not only have we got that, we've got new interchanges. Now, oh my goodness me, that is too big. I mean, that is the entire area. You know what I mean? That's too big. That's probably pretty adequate for our needs. That's a bit more compact. I don't want to build that, but Anarchy will help us there. That's a slick looking road. Interesting. Quite a few of these, right? Now we're looking at the ones that I added ages ago. We've seen... no, there's some here that we don't know about. Oh my goodness me, what is that? That's like a monster road. What are you? Now that is slick. And I can't help but feel... So that's like a 4-way interchange, right? Now, is there a way that we could put that in here organically? If we just look at where we could have intersections, like, that feels to me like that could potentially be a good shout for the middle of this area. It might be a bit too big overall. Maybe more like there. And just think about where those roads go off to, right? So that could be a potential design we use. What's this? Why does it blink? That's so very, very odd. If we zoom out and look at the size of ones like this, we actually don't really have the craziest amount of space for mega intersections. So the only way we're going to squeeze one in is in the middle of that big area there. That's really it, basically. And we have some other big ones down here to choose from. Now that takes up a bit too much space, but it could potentially fit in there. Guess this is my new money sinkhole. I brought one pack in Sims 4 for a month now, but I have all the ones I want, so... Says Sadie Cat. Wait for a sale. The Steam Summer sale is in a couple of months. Now that is probably the most compact and elegant, and to be fair, that's probably a better scale compared to the rest of the city, right? Maybe that one we put here. That looks like it would fit in really well just there. So we've got to remember that there's going to be like a road, just like a thing somewhere in that area. So maybe we'll stack those two intersections together. Does that sound good, peeps? We're going to put that here, and then another one in the middle there. Dark Bum Girl, thank you for the lovely message. Appreciate you saying that. That's what I'd call compressed spaghetti, says Jess PK. Ash says, yes, sounds nice. Okay, cool. I think we've got a bit of a plan. We might also need to construct a couple of diverging diamonds or smaller things here and there. Excuse me. So that was not it, that was not it. That was definitely not it. That was the one, wasn't it? Now, what kind of rotation... Was this it? I think we had it set up like that. Something, yeah, something along those lines. But was that actually it? I think it was. So what other ways could we do? That feels just a little too poised in the wrong direction. As does that. Okay, so I think we had it right the first time, which would be something like this. And I think we have just the right amount of flexibility to put that in there. But we are going to be closer to that part of the road. So the one to build first is actually the other one, in my opinion. I think it's going to be easier for us. So yeah, we build it like in that space. And I think we'll be good. Right, okay, this is fun. This is fun. We're planning out a new mega build, basically. And we're going to get rid of all of this. See you later. Alligator. Action Brother says, X, I have a small diverging diamond. Should I upload it to the workshop? I don't see why not. Whoa! Oh, do you know what's weird about this one, though? Is that it's almost like they kind of line up with one another. Anyway, that's too much for us. Where was the one we were going for again? Here it is. Okay. So I think this will look nicer the other way around, like that. Just because it looks like it diverts. Oh, that actually squeezes like right on the end of that guideline road, doesn't it? See, what I would like now is the ability to just tweak it after I've placed it, but we have to be super observant now and try and... I think we're giving ourselves just enough room there. Woohoo! Let's check out that mega road in our city. Oh, I like it. I like the spacing of the... I like the way the land goes up and down a little bit. I like a lot of this. This is good. Right, one thing I will say is it might end up being a little bit tricky to get this super duper high road stuff in that we've recently discovered. So, back to the interchanges. The next one is all the way in down here. Cat says, should I go to sleep? Cats, you never actually go to sleep. Okay, I know your plan. Your plan is to think about sleep. Do you know what? When I woke up today, I had that drag myself out of bed kind of mentality. But, like, I would doze my eyes for a second and go straight back into dream mode. And then I'd like wake up a bit and I'd go, oh, just one more minute. Straight back into dream mode, wake up a bit, and I'm like, okay, get out of bed. And then I was like, I feel really tired, and I was just continuously slipping back into dream mode. That is a good sign that you probably need more sleep, right? I think that's a good sign. Okay, so we really want to keep this sort of straightness going through here. If I can just get it parallel for a second, when we go up it clips. So we're not going to be able to place it without destroying some of the road up here. And I'm just going to realise that we have been playing with this road broken and unpaused, which is probably not the best. Okay, let's see if we can get this nicely. That actually already feels like it's perfectly lined up. So I'm going to go with that. Now, is it me or is the placement of this rather bizarre? It is, look. Why is it continuously pushing? Oh, it's because I'm trying to instinctively get rid of all those red lines. I don't like that. I wish I had an undo button. I kind of like it, but I don't like it. Nah, we need to place that better. Rightio, say goodbye to the road. I don't know why it placed like that. I reckon it might be an anarchy setting I had on by mistake, perhaps. Which could have affected the one at the top. But if anything, if it did affect it, it did it in a good way, it feels like. Cool, so many roads, right? Okay, goodbye to all those roads. This part of the city is just an intersection. Because you can. Yeah, pretty much. Like, that's the approach to a lot of playing this, is like, I'm just following what feels interesting in the moment, right? We are playing with one principle, though, which is to try and leave a lot of the, like, natural beauty of this map intact. Like, rather than just going and ripping through these forests, we're trying to keep some things intact, you know? So there is some structure to our play style. Now let's go here, there. I think what we'll have to do is push it up when we try and build it. This might get a little bit tedious because I might have to place it several times to figure this out. Now if I do it like that, how is it looking? A little bit better actually. I think with some work we'll make that's better pretty much everywhere. Yeah, with a little bit of work we'll make this look good. By the way, I got the move it tool enabled, and I just realised something. This road is higher up, and that would be the perfect way for us to create that over the top road through here. So if we go back to this and just rotate it for a second, so that's the high road. If we had it that way around, we could probably make that work in our favour, actually. We'd have to have, like, some big turns. I really love the idea of turning these into these mega roads, right? So if we go here and look at them, they can be upgraded to that type. Okay, I'm very aware that I will now possibly have to rebuild this road. We can do everything with it. That one's a free lane. So this is speed 100, one-way bridge. That's one-way approach. That's probably one road. I think that means we could convert these bits here into the same sort of road as well. I mean, it kind of looks like all of this is upgradable. Oh, I really think we should go for it. I really think we should go for it. Duz says, I hate the make a grid and fill the map up to max mentality. Yeah, well, with exception, I mean, that's not what I'm trying to do with this map, but we are trying to do it in this area. So, looks like we're short of a few things that need attention. So we've tried to keep, like, look at how things are built up here. We've tried to keep in a lot of the natural beauty and just build into the space and make it feel like the woods do indeed determine, and the natural landscape determines the layout of the city to some extent. I feel like we've actually done a really good job with that for the most part. Now, what we are going to do is create a massive area down here. And if you look at it being around the coast, a lot of cities form around coasts because of economic reasons, right? When a city starts out, and we're talking about more organically grown cities over time, right? Not like a, hey, let's make a new city somewhere. Historically speaking, like a lot of trade happens at coastlines because goods can be imported, and it creates a lot of like economic activity in the area. So a lot of big cities are coastal, and so it would make sense to have a big build up of population right in this area. Now we got a noise in the ear here, and it's an emerald face noise from Smartin1018. Resubscribing for 36 months, saying, wow, 36. By this time next month, I'll be out of school. That's crazy. But more opportunities to watch Asuma. Oh, cool. Yeah, I guess school season's ending, isn't it, right? Well, I hope you enjoy your summer break, and thank you so much for the support. Excuse me. Right, so back to our intersection. We have a... Yeah, like, we're going to do it like this, is the idea. Now, I need to get... Ooh, that turned itself. I need to get this real in line with that. Now what I could do is space it a little bit, tilt it a bit, but not too much now. I don't think we're going to get much benefit from that. So to me, that looks like the spot. It should already be raised, and it is. There's going to be a bit of a transition here, but that means all of this road is going to be the same type too. So we're going to have this mega road system now. Oh, this is so much fun. However, now that I've placed it the other way around, the roads do look a bit funky here and there. Okay, so we're going to need an intersection in this spot. We're basically going to be building a lot of intersections today, and then fixing all the problems after, right? Also, listening to some fat industrial metal. Oh god, I love music. Music is the best thing ever, let me just say that. Let me just say that. If you are not a music person, you have no soul! Sorry, couldn't help myself. Okay, now when we have like an intersection thing over here, it's going to be pretty isolated. So we need to pick a clever intersection over there. In fact, maybe an overpass makes more sense. Like the more... Well, I guess if you build the right type of intersection, the traffic is just going to flow through it. I don't know, so many decisions to be made. I think what would be better would just be to flick through many of these. Like, I like the idea of having that. Yeah, oh goodness me, we need these to lead off into these areas as well. Right, so we actually really kind of need something like that. I'm actually going to rotate it. So we need like ways for the... Does that want to connect like that? That's pretty sweet. So yes, we need ways for our roads to connect into the city as well. That's really important. So I feel like we'd need another one of those over here. That one's probably not a particularly well-trafficked type. Okay, I'm going to leave those two bits in. Okay, that's not going to be it. That's too big. Wasn't even considering it. We got the DJ Shorty here, resubscribed for 3 months, saying, this really sounds like some Red Alert or CNC metal. My friend, I've been waiting all stream for someone to mention it. We're listening to none other than Frank Klapacki, the mastermind behind the CNC soundtracks. I listened to these as a kid, and I think they gave me some sort of like introduction into the world of metal without realizing it. So yeah, like the last 3 streams we've done, I've just been picking out games that like I played as a kid that had soundtracks that don't seem to be copy striked or whatever you want to call it on YouTube. And so we're having an absolute blast just listening to some of my favourite songs from my childhood. Oh, it's actually like, okay, I get it. So we might have to rebuild some roadage there. So we're going to put a diverging diamond here. Now peeps in chat, critique the diverging diamond, let me know if it's good or not, because I do not know what I'm doing. I think over here what I need to do is just quickly make these shorter. And then I could use the same intersection again. It feels like it's a good one. Well, we're going to really have to change some of the roadage over here. Like, there's going to be some serious overhaul going on. Metal music is good, says Squacy. Yeah, of course it is. It's just so amazing how big the difference is in music. Yeah, it is. It is quite a different vibe, I guess. Naomi says music can make boring people into interesting people. Well, that's a very interesting statement. I think that's a statement that needs more nuance. What do you mean by boring? Like, I think music often appeals to introverted people, so people who are like more quieter socially might seem boring, but then you talk to them about music and it's like, oh, you're passionate about stuff, right? Okay, so I'm going to put one of those there. So we've created 1, 2, 3. We absolutely, I feel like, essentially need one here, and that means me probably, you know, these are really nicely designed, but we could just make them a little bit more usable for our needs. So I'm actually going to, oh, it looks like they've done some funky magic to make that converge cleverly as well. Yeah, I'm going to strip it back like that. Ooh, that's not what we want. We want that other one. Yeah, this is going to be kind of tricky to get right. Hey, I should probably have another flick through, right? The thing is, this one's got the roads going over above, just perfect for what we're... Oh, what's that? That's not what we're going to use, but... I guess I didn't... When I was flicking through the workshop, I didn't really think about our needs too much. So... Although we've picked out like a lot of big ones, we don't have quite the variety of smaller ones. So we're probably going to end up with this again. Let's try looking at it from down here. I think I'm going to be forced to build it like that. Okay, that's so far so good. And I feel like we're going to need another like thing going in here. Kat says, so when I see a person who doesn't like music, that means he's an extrovert and I want nothing to do with him. Is that what you're saying? Cats, I do not know if you're serious or not. Like, I didn't say people who like music are introverted. Well, I might have said it without saying what I'm about to say, which is that it's just likely, or... At least to me it seems like it is. I don't know, jeez. What did I say a minute ago? I don't even know! Shut up, stop talking to me. Right. What is this little thing? Oh, it's another one of those, is it? That actually might be suitable for over here. If we redesign this road a little bit. Or there, and then... Yeah, there's going to be some big road designs going on. In fact, the smaller roads are the ones up top, so that's kind of not actually what we want. Huh. There's that design again. I could change some of the roadage there. That's the same one again. Nope. Just nope to that one. What if I could just build it there with Anarchy? Nah. We could do like the occasional naff looking one just so there's some variety. Wow, we've got a shortage of them. I'm never serious, says Cats. Does that mean that statement isn't serious? You are so confusing, young man. Oh. I'm messing with you. You know I'm messing with you. Yeah, that one actually, such a vanilla one though. Okay, so it's pretty obvious that we don't have like the right variety available to us. So let's go with that one back here. Yeah, so we need to chop out a bunch of roads and then chop this in. Okay, so that's going to sort of somehow link up with that. Now I feel like there would be a road going up and around here, and we would have another one just somewhere here. I think I might pick out a naff looking one for this bit. Or we could do this and switch it over so it only works on one side. So we could build it there and then cut off half of it. Let's try that. It's raised. Yikes. Didn't think about that. Go with this one. We haven't built this one yet. I can hear follow noises in my ear. Thank you ever so much for hitting the follow button, peeps. I appreciate you doing that. 330 peeps in today. Thank you for tuning in and hanging out with me as we build intersections and stuff like that. I hope you enjoy the stream. Be sure to hit the follow button and get notified for when there'll be more of them. Alrighty then, this one here is going to need like a big shake up. And I didn't want to change too much at all really of the landscape, and now we're starting to push it a little bit. Which I guess is going to happen. I really don't want to add an interchange here, but it feels like we're going to need one. But yeah, basically we just need something for this. So maybe over here we could steer it more into this space, but look at where that is. That's going to have to do a sharp turn to some other type of interchange. Oh yeah, and then we need something here, we need something over there, we need so many of them. I might be wise to look up for some more on the workshop at this point, because I'm kind of running out of them, if you know what I mean. Right, I think I need to look up some more tailor-made ones on the workshop at this point. Timbo's Junction Pack X says everything you need, says Tuxaban. That might have been the perfect time to send that message, my friend. Timbo, eh? Steam, load up. Jeez, it was doing this earlier. What would you like me to do? Let's have a look. Tim Bo. Timbo's Suplo Interchange. That is not a pack though. Timbo's Craziness, there's lots of these cool looking intersections. Turbine Interchange, eh? Oh man, some of these look absolutely awesome. They look kind of excessively large for our needs though. That's a cool concept. That's what I'm after. A Y stack. That sounds like it. Got a T-bone. These look really nice. Diverging diamonds. B trumpet. Yeah, there's some really nice designs here. Okay, I'm just clicking on a lot of these and then we'll check out what they're like in game. But there are certainly some shapes here that look like they might be applicable to what we're trying to do. Okay, and now I'm at the end of that, so... Oh, that's a very interesting one. Okay, so close that. We've got to save the game and restart again. Twice! Twice in one stream, you're being treated to thrilling entertainment, a restart of the game. Oh my goodness me, the hype is real. The hype is real. It's called Timbo's Marvellous Interchange Emporium, says Dr. Van. Oh, unfortunately I didn't find that. You only need to go back to the main menu to reload your intersections, says Truebo. You've told me too late! I'll quit the entire game! Oh dear. Oh dear. Crazy Dad Damo says he does do a lot of good junctions. Well, just looking at the thumbnails, they look really nice, consistent kind of style. You should try a single point urban interchange. Is that just a crossroads? That sounds like something deceptively simple. Cities Skylines, let's load it back up. You heard the man eye break, says Ash. We've already done an eye break this stream. I'm not giving you 2 eye breaks in one stream. I'm not spoiling your rotten, okay? Your teeth will fall out your mouth if I do that. If you go into one of them, there's a link to his pack, says Mirage. Apparently I can do that now before we load up the world. So I'm going to quickly get Steam to load again, which probably means it won't. Okay, it's working. I'll click on one of his things. And then... Oh, there it is. Yeah. Oh my goodness me. That's an amazing, cool looking thumbnail. How many are there? I'm just going to do the thing. Subscribe to all. Downloading! No connection. I don't know if that worked then. Okay, back to the game. Rock your heads with me, peeps. We've got some blazing metal in our eardrums. Listen to that grooving guitar. It's dirty and industrial. I love it. I'm going to go have an 8-hour eye break. Good night, says Cats. What if you learned you slept with your eyes open? That would be a strange thing, wouldn't it? Tuxaban says they all have nice thumbs that you can browse in game. Well, that I really do like. I wish you could clean up some of the assets in game rather than having to go back to the workshop. Like, it'd be so good to just be like, ah, this one ain't so great, get rid of it. You know, mark it for death. Eliminate, destroy, erase, eradicate, desolate. Oh man, that's some grooving guitar right there. It's got some bounce to it. It's got some 90s bounce. Something wrong with my game at the moment. It's not loading and the screen size has changed itself. Sally Cat says sometimes a sleepwalk. It's super creepy in hotels. Whoa, yeah, that is. Okay. The game is back up and the screen size is normal. Let's pause because we have broken our interchanges. Cool. 1 or 2 of these then I might end up deleting and rebuilding because we might now have access to really cool interchanges. So that one is for some reason underground. I don't want you to be underground right now. So that's just a basic crossroads one. That might be most suitable around here with some serious redesigning of our roads because these interchanges are very close together. Okay, that is another one from his selection, but it doesn't have the thumbnail. Yeah, this one over here we're going to struggle with a bit. Actually, there was one called a Y stack, and I don't think we have a search feature. Oh, that looks kind of interesting. But we want to look out for a Y stack interchange. Because that one looked most suitable for our needs. That's a nice one. Where would that go? That would probably be a good coastal one. I think that'd actually go good here. So we could have that curve around a little bit. And then at the end of that it would then tail off into something else as well. Okay, I'm going to chuck that there. We've seen that. We've seen these. Yeah, you see, I'd like to just be like, mark for death. Kind of brutal. That's actually kind of ugly, but might work here. Like super compact. This is probably actually the problem here, and it's not close enough to that area. We should probably rebuild that one so this one can be lined up better. Anyway, I want to see more of this timber fellas interchanges. Hey, that's the one I was just talking about moving. That's kind of crazy looking. Interesting. Okay, that kind of look... not really. Don't even know what that is. Don't even know. Oh my goodness me. Some of these are just monstrous. Hey, that's super nice. That'll go really well over here. And that's one of this guy's interchanges. Okay, that one looks even better. Oh, these are really cool. Man, some of these look awesome. I haven't seen the Y one yet either. That is funky dunky. Where on earth could we put something like that? I don't even know how many roads that is right there. That's just madness. 5 of them together. That's compact. I still haven't found this Y one that I'm looking for. That might be it. Aha! There it is. But look, it creates like 4 roads on one side. That's bonkers. I think you're supposed to connect those together yourself. So that might actually fit into this terrain in a weird way. Look at the way it lines up with the terrain there. I reckon we're going to put that. We're going to have to change. We don't have much room to change yet. That, if flipped around like that, kind of looks. Command and Conquer soundtracks is endgame. Yep. Love it. It's amazing. Maybe that last one would be. See, if I put it like this and at the same height, we can have it turn a bit, and it's just gonna be obviously wonky. Is the problem with a lot of these? I don't want obvious wonkiness. Aha! That looks like it. Right, that is it, but it's not actually quite what we're looking for. But that's a very nice image. Man, there's so many of them. So many of them. We're spoilt for choice. Okay, so we're going to go back to that crazy one and try and make it work. So we would need... I wish we could just stop it connecting from anything for a while. So we want it to align like that, but then it would leave that one over. That even this isn't going to fit in here, right? Or do what we want it to do. I guess we could rebuild a lot of that and then have it like this. I'm going to give it a shot. Because there's a lot of road rebuilding going on here, and we'll just go with it, I think. Okay, unfortunately, need to get rid of those as well. So if we went with something like this, I could possibly make it work. And then it would need to be off the ground as well. Let's see if that looks terrible or not. I mean, I'm going to be able to rework some of it. Oh, it just kind of looks too much. Maybe I should build my own. You know, I'm trying to avoid building my own because it's not something I'm good at, but you got to try to get good at it. Okay, that one will say I have to do myself, right? Then we can build something a bit more tailored to the environment. So we're setting ourselves up with a challenge there. Now, this is going to be okay, I think. That being said, we have access to some far better junctions now. Let's try and find some of those again. Oh, goodness me, so much to do. That would be really good right in the middle there. It's a bit curved. and there's not quite enough room. X, what are you doing? Building the city, duh, says Adam Borg. Yeah, I was just like, what am I going to call this? And then I was just like, yeah, making a city. What do you expect? Is that actually the same one? That isn't. This one looks nicer than that, big time. So let's rip this one out. By the way, peeps, like, I'm taking my time here. I really do want to do like a really good job with this. I don't want to just kind of spew out any old nonsense. I like the way that takes up the shape of the coast a little bit. That feels good. Okay, so we're going to have a connection through the middle there. That's good. This is good. We need something here next. And again, isn't that like the same one but oh, it's actually the same one. That's mirrored, which would have a kind of cool effect. Now let's look for... I'm going to stick to this guy's things because of the thumbnails, so that's even more compact. Now if we were to put that in this area and line it up with that, it's... I think we're going to have to remove some more road here. It's going to have to come in quite the way. Yeah, it's going to force the other one to be out of shape. Wait, what way am I scrolling here? Okay, back down the front here we had that. That looks okay-ish. If I get that more straight there, I think that's what we're going to go with. Some of these are going to have to seriously be modified. That's what I will say. We've got a noise in the ear from Stone Joss, who subscribed with Amazon Prime. Stone Joss, thank you ever so much for your Prime subscription. I appreciate the support. I hope you're enjoying the stream and having a good time hanging out with us. I feel like maybe it's time to start just connecting things together and not worrying about having every single junction in place, because, like, as you can see, I'm changing my mind a lot. But I want to flick all the way back to those other junctions quickly. Let's come all the way back up here again, because there's some really good ones to choose from. That feels like a really good one. And it didn't build it off the ground. Which I kind of wanted it to do. Maybe with the Anarchy tools we could do it. I wish there was a better way to bulldoze all of this. Okay. So if we go into Anarchy, what if we select... I think we want that one, force elevation. Maybe we need that as well. Okay, so now I go, we get the above view, so we kind of keep the straightness going. It doesn't let me actually do anything with that. Right, now I installed a mod. Can I press M for move it? Oh, I've probably got to enable the mods before I can... Oh, we've got to reload again, peeps. We've got to reload. I've got to enable the mods. Quit to main menu. Page up should raise it off the ground, says Mirage. Yeah, I was pressing page up and it wasn't doing anything. The Folan says, my gosh, it will be fun to look at when he finishes the city, and then the traffic will be terrible. In theory, I think having lots of high capacity junctions like we're building should be relatively good, because it allows the traffic to penetrate more directly to the part of the city it wants to go to. And when it can do that, and it's got these big nice highways with big junctions to flow through, the traffic will get better distributed to the places it's trying to get to. So let's go have a look at options. I think that's the wrong one. Content manager, mods, and then we need to look for something that's turned off. It's not find it, although that might help because we can probably search with that. It's not hard mode. Move it. There it is. Sweet. Options. Options for move it. Toggle tool with M. That's what I remember it being. I probably shouldn't mess with anything here. Okay, so that'll do. Let's load our Industries World. We got a noise in the ear from Squacy, subscribing with not with Amazon Prime, just tier 1. Thank you ever so much for subscribing, Squacy. I appreciate you doing that, and I hope you enjoy the the stream today. Taribo there with the brain smarts saying, for remembering the main menu thing. I remembered. I remembered. The one you just built is a bad intersection. There are too many road connections, says the one gnome. Could be. We'll have a look. Connections are not always bad. It depends on what type and what direction the traffic is going. McCowan says he's building a city, and Ash says, no, he's building a forest. What's the title of the stream again? Isn't this the track we're singing? Man, this is some industrial rock right here. This sounds like the Young Gods. God, I love 90s music. It's awesome. I live on the edge of a knife, I think is what he says in one of them. One of the verses, choruses, whatever it is. Chat, you've gone quiet on me. Lavrelli's chatting with Estelle in there. I'm just listening to the tunes, man. Could you imagine a X-Biffa crossover on a city build? Their playstyles are so unique, I think the content would be brilliant, but the city might not work out too well. I think if we worked together, it probably, like, communicated, could be cool. X is building a forest city with ferocity. I think it's crashed. It's a lot quicker than this normally. Anisha says, doing a bit of lurking, Asuma. The music's awesome today. It's great, isn't it? I'm gonna close it. I'm pretty sure that's it. Right there. It usually goes a lot further, a lot quicker. Man, it takes 8 gigs of memory. It's all those assets, right? Going into a bit of a groove breakdown now, are we? On the bass line. Okay, let's load the game. Industries World, and we had a noise in the air. It's Marin Marilyn here, resubscribed for 7 months. Thank you so much for 7 months of support, saying hello. 2 months away from the baby face in chat. Thank you so much for the support, Marin. Lil Goff says, well, X could make all the problems and Biffa could fix them. Perfect entertainment. My cities aren't that bad though. I just read I misread and typed Frank Knife Pack in Google. Lol, said Annenborg. Frank Lapaki. We were listening to the Command and Conquer soundtrack. We're now listening to the soundtrack to the expansion for the first game called the Covert Operations. Quite a different tone. This is more like an ambient-y, atmospheric synth type project. What other genres would you link it to? More electronica sounding. But yeah, it's kind of like just such a darker, somber vibe to it, really. But it doesn't quite fit into any other genres I can think of. Yeah, the expansion CD music was absolutely awesome as well. By the way, our city is probably about to hurt big time with all these disconnections. Cool, so now we have the Move It mod, right? So if I press M, can I do a big selection? Follow terrain, Google toggle snapping, marquee selection. Okay, then if I do the old page up, page down, are you going to jump off the floor for me? It's going to bring the it's bringing the terrain with it at the moment, which we don't want. So, yikes! How do we? Is there peeps? Do you know? Is there a way? Bulldoze? Oh, select and then bulldoze. I like it. Import. Ah, these sound quite powerful. These tools. Okay, so what happens now if I try and upgrade it to force elevation? That actually works. Isn't that something, peeps? Isn't that something? So with a combination of the two tools, we can do that. Beautiful. except we're going to need that as well. Ian Ballasy in chat says, "Hey X, I'm getting married on Saturday. My partner Erin likes watching the VODs. Would you give her a shout out? Thanks for the years and the funds, good music and chats. Congratulations on getting married, man. That's awesome. I hope you have a fantastic day. And yeah, shout out to Erin then. You know I don't do shout outs, right? Oh, hello you in the future." I always feel like there's a joke there to put in like some sort of advice to like future self, you know? But I don't know what that joke is. I think I missed my opportunity. Hey, they're still selected. Some of it's still selected. It kind of looks like I missed a bit over here. Can I then... that don't look good. That, however, looks good. So the two at the front there kind of need a bit of adjustment. Right, just the two of them on their own. And now the whole thing looks pretty cool. Okay, I think that's going to work. I think with the Move It tool we can make this look really nice. But it's going to have a long way to go. And I really actually want to start like upgrading the roads and building the proper infrastructure soon. So let's slap down a couple of these intersections as sort of placeholders for where we need them and what we want to build. Hey look, some of the thumbnails disappeared. It kind of looks better than it did before by not having anything, is my opinion. We will end up having two of these like side by side, which might not look so good. Right, yeah, I think it's going to be better at this point to start doing the roads up and getting to where we want to go. That's not the right tool. Okay, so we need our one-way superhighway coming into place. Let's turn off those so we know when we're using them. And let's start just with this road here, really, I guess. So the question is, do we want this to be a superhighway? We kind of do. It all needs to be... I don't actually think it does. Right, so we know that this is going to be the main bulk of our road here. So we will make the main bulk that, and then I think we'll use those splitting ones to be something different. Oh man, I love these soundtracks. I hope you're all enjoying the music. It's actually really great to be able to share like this music that I've enjoyed for such a long time, and it's always just felt so, you know, like, hey, this is just mine, right? And that, like, there's not many people out there listening to this, these obscure old computer game soundtracks, but here we are. That's really unfortunate. That looks kind of smelly. In theory, it feels like that's way too low to the ground. Don't you think, peeps? Maybe all of this should be a lot higher. I guess we can use the Move It mod, but it's going to be a lot of moving that we're doing. Right, anyway, so then we got the approach, which has the speed of 100. So when this splits off to the side, we're going from a 2-lane to what lane are we... Now you want to be fussy. Let's get that anarchy going. Oh yeah, this is going to create some serious issues. You are... What is that? 5 lanes? And then here it's... That's one... Why is it called approach and yet it's identical? Is it because it has different supports underneath? Those supports look better in my opinion as well. Right, so there's lower deck one way. Now, does that make it float? It doesn't. It still has supports, and I think that actually the best one we've seen so far. Maybe even for this in the middle. So these are actually just, now that I look at it again, these are I know this is like lower upper deck thing we were talking about earlier. These are all just different designs, right? Like that design is way nicer for the main one coming through. That's gotten rid of that problem. So then we use the lower on this road here. Interesting. I think think it's going to take some time to do this, but it's good. But it's going to be good, you know, the end result is going to just end up looking spectacular. Spectacular Dracula. You know, I had to say it because it rhymed. Okay, so we need to look for more smelly bits where the support goes all funky. So we can just double check that that's all good. Derps in chat, please, says Dribo. Wait. Why so many derp faces in chat a moment ago? You can make a double-decker bridge. Yeah. I don't have a need for that. But in this playthrough, I'm not looking to do that right now, just because we've made such a massive project for ourselves. So, I'm going to guess I can probably shift select and add. So if I do that, and then shift is usually the common one for adding. Let's make sure that we do actually have everything. Oh, good God. Please have an undo button. If I don't have an undo button, I need to drop that right back in the correct spot. Oh. Did that work? I think we got incredibly fortunate then. I'm not sure how I did that. Is there an undo button? Peeps, this mod has undo. Control Z. Thank you, Jess. Appreciate it. So I think, even though it's here, I think I clicked on something by mistake. Okay, so we now have all of that. Now, height is going to be important for the whole of this project. And even the height of the individual roads, by the looks of it, because some of this stuff is just redonkulous. So if I do that, we're then going to need to upgrade some of these roads as well to not stick to the ground, I believe. I think it would really help to have a building nearby to kind of compare or evaluate like how big stuff is. So, oh, that's all the way off the ground. So if you use that, an electric pole as like a marker, I think it's reasonably well off the ground. Okay, so now we need our road tools over here, the Anarchy. We need to elevate, force the elevation. Ooh, and I'm changing the type of road, which I don't particularly want to do at this point in time. So I guess I should select the, is it 2-lane one way? Oh, it's the wrong type, but there we go. I should probably just jump straight to doing the other type, right? So let's just do a little bit more. Yeah, it'll figure it all out eventually. But now they're all above ground, which is good. So then I feel like it's this main one here. We might be kind of creating too much work for ourselves. This is getting complicated quick, right? But that's cool. That's cool. Okay, so we have the approach one way. Let's go upgrades. Are we on upgrade? And we can get rid of all of that previous nastiness of the road. So as we do this, it then becomes about removing or lowering that road after. Okay, so then we have the lower deck one way. And that'll go here. Okay, now here's where we would like slimmer lanes, I think, really. Because they're just crazy big all the way around now. I'm starting to wonder if this is a good idea or not. What do you think, peeps? We've made a lot of work for ourselves, and it might not actually look that good. I mean, the whole thing is just 4 lanes, which is kind of crazy, right? It's kind of over the top. What do you reckon, peeps? Before we get too invested, should we step back and go, hang on a sec, is this actually what we want? Jess says, why are you making everything have 4 lanes? Well, we had this idea of this here being the road type that we want to use. I think it looks ugly like that. And it's going to be so much work. Yeah. Now, I know I'm asking, but just by experimenting with it now, I'm sort of thinking, yeah, this already looks good, and now it doesn't look as good. So, as much as I want to use this road, this doesn't feel like the place to actually put it. So let's go ahead and use the move it tool and get rid of that and then rebuild it. That wasn't actually that good. Okay, so now we need to go to our intersection and find that one again. Oh my goodness me, what one was it? It wasn't one of those... Ah, this is awkward. I think it had a thumbnail. Oh, there it is. Ah, wait, is that it? That's A. It's longer, it's not it. That's not it. Okay, that's the end of the list. That's too small. Oh, yikes. Yikes. Now I'm a bit worried about like trimming the end of it. Okay, we've got a big one here, but that's not it, I know. That's not it, not it. Well, I ain't seeing it. It's taking forever. Nope. That wasn't it. Was that it? No, I didn't have that little loop bit in the middle. That wasn't it. Oh, yikes. I've gone through the whole list and I don't know where it is. Uh-oh. Maybe it was that big one that we found early on. Huh. No, it definitely wasn't that. I'm pretty sure it had a thumbnail though. And it wasn't one of those other ones as well. I know that. That's why I'm not clicking on them. Okay, I might have missed one here. That's not it. Some of these kind of look usable though. Which is what is really weird. So maybe it was that one. That is it, isn't it? Now how did we have it set up then? Because it kind of looks like it was like that. Oh man, we're going to make a problem for ourselves here. If that was it. Yeah, that's it. But we've built other intersections, so... Ugh. I'm going to have some clean-up work to do. And then some upgrading of the roads. Okay, that's better than... Oh god, look at this. Right. Yikes. This might be tricky to select the right thing. Okay, we selected the right thing. Thank goodness. Yeah, back to normal there. Good, good. This one. Nice. Over here. Yeah, this looked tricky. It's quite big. We had to push this one back a fair ways. Okay, how far out does that actually go? Oof. Yeesh. Right. You can see the end of it here. Okay, is that... That's where two roads from our thing connect. Yep. And then we're going to potentially see the same thing, but it's further back here. Okay, we got this. We got this. Oh, there's like a footpath that doesn't go anywhere now. Right, that was a complete mess, wasn't it? So we've got that there, and then over here. Pretty easy. Cool, so now we've got to upgrade these roads so that they don't stick to the ground, and then move them upwards. It's going to be quite the work. Jess says the entire city should be one giant intersection. Well, as part of the fun and the challenge, right, was to do this. I mean, we could have put a smaller one here. We did start out with a rather large one. We could actually change it to something like that, but maybe even more compact. I don't think there's actually a more compact one than that. Why is it not letting me scroll any? Oh, I see, I'm going the wrong way. I thought there was another one we'd seen that was like that, but a little bit more compact. We'll just stick with this. So now we need to go into the road tool. Select. Actually, this already had forced elevation on. Oh, this is going to be a pain in the bum because I've got to switch between different road types now. How did we do this before? I don't remember it being such a pain in the bum. Okay, that's fixed that. That's good. I'm not sure how much of this should actually be. Maybe we should just focus on getting it to the right height and then changing it. So we need the move it mods. We need to make a selection. Add to the selection. Be careful not to accidentally move everything again. Goodness me. That was a nightmare. Okay, all of that's in. All of that's in, and that there. Right, so now we move it upwards to match this height, or even go higher if we want to. Yeah, look, we've got some issues with the roads at the end. And now we can see which ones are really causing the problem. Okay. Oh, look, this doesn't even line up properly. We're going to have to do some serious rebuilding here. Okay, the height still isn't good enough. Okay, that to me looks a little bit over. Okay, something like that. Quite big and built up, but that's fine. It's all going to be higher up eventually. Then we exit the Move It tool. Go into upgrading roads. And here we have that type, so... that's not what I expected to happen. So we need to move this to the other height individually. Weird. Then all of those roads need upgrading, and then all the way down the end here we have that. Yeah, that's okay then. Okay, the 2 lanes get upgraded here. Sort of looks like it works, but there's some funkiness going on. Now parts of this kind of look good when they attach to the ground, so maybe we think this one through a little bit, right? That does not look good. Some of these were 1 lane as well. Yikes. So this here would be a 1 lane road. Got ya. As with that, and that one also looks awful. So we'll come around. We might even be able to build stuff under here, like parks and whatnot. Okay, that's the right type, isn't it? Okay, this ramp here doesn't look any good until we get down to that kind of area. All of this on this side sort of looks okay. These need sorting out. Yeah, and I think this actually doesn't look so good until around here-ish. I think I might leave it like that. We can also mess around with the heights to make them look a little better. So let's do the other way around now, and let's make that look a little bit better, except it kind of doesn't. Also, that looks absolutely awful. I'm not sure how we'd mess with that. Oh, I've changed the road type. Maybe that's why it looked awful. Yeah, there you go. Okay, that's looking good. Why not force those roads to be on terrain, says Jess. We'll have a mix. We'll see what looks good. Like, this here almost looks good. I think we need to do that the other way around until about there. Then it kind of don't look so bad, in my opinion. Oh, actually, but then again here it kind of looks bad. I think we'll have to try and get away with it there. So, let's connect these up to those roads. Now, one of the things I've noticed is that these are built for... Oh wait, these are 2 lanes going into a 4 lane. Yeah, we've got to pay attention to the lanes here a little bit as well. So we can do that, and that kind of like lines itself up nicely there. Now we could jump in with the move it tool possibly and just give it a little shimmy. That wasn't... There's a sort of a bit too much of a shimmy, wasn't it? I'd like to shimmy it a little less. How do I shimmy it a little less, peeps? I'd like to make that nice and straight. Anyway, out of the move it tool. So when we come down to here, this whole splitting into 2 lanes either side thing looks kind of alright. And then it starts again over here with the 2 lane stuff, right. So this is a 3 lane one. Need a connection there when we need a connection here. Now this one though, it is 3 lanes actually all the way there. That's alright then. Okay, so the move it tool I think is going to look good when we can do things like this. And I'd like to make it a little bit smoother actually. How do we... like that, yeah. Okay, so this is an opportunity for us to change the road type again. Oh, I did that wrong. So if we come back to the move it tool and just go upwards, can we get rid of some of that terrain roughness? Yes. That's how you do it. Sweet. We're going to give this some serious attention, peeps. Serious attention. Now, that's also created a problem back here. Okay, that's kind of good, isn't it? Oh, that looks gorgeous. Looks absolutely gorgeous. See, I like the idea of getting this nice and close together, like that barrier there. Ooh, that's maybe a bit close. Can I, if I drag it... Ah, now I can be a bit more microscopic. No, maybe not. Oh, what did I just click on? I might have clicked on the wrong thing. But yeah, we want to be able to just very... Now what am I... There we go. So I do that and then this. It's kind of hard to make sure you're clicking on the right thing. Yeah, we get some very close connections there that actually look really good. Cool. And I don't want to get sucked into overdoing this as well. Like, it could be easy to spend a bit too much time on it, but yeah, on occasion it will be good. So then we've got to look at the transition here. That's not doing anything, is it? What's happening? Maybe that would be the better spot to come at it from. Something like that. Hold shift while moving. Okay, yeah, we could try that for finer connections. So we're going to need some serious work here, as you can see. So if I press right, we go right. If I press shift, whoa. Okay, shift is more. Shift is big. Possibly it does something a little different, like builds it in space or something. Let's go ahead and demolish everything up to there. Then let's take this big wide road, and with this tool we shall attempt to get that. So this is 2 all the way across, and we definitely want this one to be a big highway over here. This intersection kind of looks crazy. Actually, this was one way as well, wasn't it? So that would go through like that. The height is the same, that's really good. So then we build the connections, which look a bit ropey, but kind of get away with that. So this whole splitting off into 2 here thing, I think will probably need to stay. So it's when this joins that it should become 3. Okay, I see how it works. We'll stick to it, otherwise we're going to make a headache of this. So that joins there and it becomes a 3. Gotcha. Right, now we're going to build a straight section here to about there. Yeah, this is going to work. And then we go back down to this type. We use this tool. Okay, this needs a little bit of tweaking here and there. But maybe not a crazy amount either. Like that. Okay, now this means that this connection starts over here. So we shall use this tool. The grid snap's a bit rough. You can align heights of 2 nodes, control them, says Jess. Yes, that's a thing that exists, isn't it? Okay, I kind of want something or other turned off there. It was actually better before. Yeah, that looks absolutely diabolical. Ooh, almost. That's not so bad, is it? Then there's just a bit of wonkiness here that needs kind of smoothing out. I think if anything that needs to be tighter, right? Ooh, that's interesting. That's kind of getting close. Hey, how about that? That looks pretty nice. I can roll with that. I can roll with that. So now we've got to bring this one down. This one's going to need some serious height adjustment. With that, let's just bring it back two spots to there. So same type of road, and we've got to make a curvy one. And I have move it selected, which is problematic. No, do I? What am I selecting? Am I building? What's going on? I'm not upgrading. Okay, build mode is back. So we want to come all the way down to there. And you know what? That almost looks good. But if we just look at how neat and compact everything else is, it feels like it's a bit wide in comparison. So somewhere here, I think we need to start drifting this in a little bit. Maybe about that much. Yeah, I don't think there's too much we can do about that, but here it might look better if we something like that. It's not very smooth, is it, is the problem. Now it's got a bit more smoothness to it. So yeah, that's now connected up to that bit. Spaghetti Junction, lol, says Kingcraft. Isn't it just? It's a massive spaghetti junction. Okay, lots of connections have been made there. Now we've got other connections to make like these ones. So I'm going to go back a step and build these ones going down. Right, we need the straight slope tool. And I think we need a bit of rove curvature here. So let's use the grid line like that. And kind of eyeball it on that side. Okay, move it can make that look nicer. Way nicer. Those actually connect up pretty well in my opinion. That's nice then. We're going to build our own interchange here. We'll do that in the next live stream. Next live stream we'll be building our own interchange over there. Lil Goff says, I can hear Biffa silently judging you in the background. You know, the fact that there's no traffic on this yet, like, we should probably reserve our judgment for this road. Now, this one here is a beautiful interchange. The height, the layout, gorgeous. I don't think we want to really elevate it in any way. So let's go ahead and just get a nice steady slope from one to the other. Same as we did before. Should get it for us. I think it's going to be quite a short little snap there. Okay, and then on that side we need some work again. Actually, this is one of those moments I think where you just build it again and it fixes itself. So, little short bit like that and then like that. Yep, it's one of those ones. Okay, so that's actually kind of a nice transition. Everything about this junction here looks absolutely superb in my opinion. Let's go... there's where we need to make a little change. We're working with different types now. Kind of looks okay-ish. Yep, that's a little bit smoother. And then that's quite a big difference there, going into that little roundabout. Ooh, I'm in the wrong tool, somehow. Am I move it? I'm not sure what I'm in. Keep juggling different things. Yeah, let's go straight to the 2-lane when those join. And then from there... Don't really have a choice, do I? Yeah. Right, I think we're going to have to wrap this one up here, peeps. It's been a wonderful stream. I hope you've enjoyed it. And yeah, this obviously is going to be a massive project, but we are starting to get all the intersections connected. And I think what we'll focus on doing in the next stream is building our custom interchange, but linking these up and cracking on with building them, because it doesn't take much time to link them up now that I've decided not to fuss around with this big one in the middle. So it'll be interesting to see how it all comes together. One or two of these might get changed as well. But anyway, that's what we're going to be doing in the next one. That's the end of the stream. Thank you everyone for tuning in. Massive thank you to everyone who subscribed, resubscribed, donated and cheered. As always, I appreciate your support. And we'll be doing a raid right now, so feel free to join the Riggedy raid. Where shall I send you? I am going to send you over to Zul'jin. Looks like he's streaming some sort of new game and I'm interested in it. So we'll see what Zul'jin's up to. And yeah, massive thank you everyone. This will be uploaded to the second channel. And I'll see you later. Bye bye.